I mean, you look at the property and it's amazing that essentially the fire could jump the river that's directly behind us right now, and our entire property burnt from the clubhouse to half the town.
It's weird. It's a weird town. You get a lot of people coming in from camps on their days off, if, depending, to play golf. Different shift work would allow them to finish work and then just come to the golf course if they had the next day off or whatever it might be.
When oil's booming, it's quite the experience. The guys are coming from work with essentially jeans, work boots, and they're buying shoes, and they're needing clubs, and the attendants are going and bringing up rental clubs. They're like, no, I want to buy a set, and they're buying a set of $3,500 clubs on the spot.
Fort Mac is such a unique spot in Canada. It's so far north. Like, if you look at it on a map, it is northeast Alberta, and I didn't really know what to expect, but I went straight to the golf course from the airport, and it's pretty cool. When you get close to the property, you come down this hill and you see the land, and you see the 27-hole facility with the Athabasca River in the background, and that's when I got excited.
This place is an unbelievable spot of Canada, really, and our property's nestled in the middle of the boreal forest along the Athabasca, and it's a pretty neat spot if you get the opportunity to come up here.
It's challenging. We're cold climate. We got cold winters, and then we go right into a hot spring. It's a different ballgame here. Right now we're looking at a meter of snow out there, but from April 1st to May 1st, we go from really wet and a lot of snow to no snow and bone dry, and all of a sudden it's fire season.
The environment has not been kind to them the past few years, with massive fires in the summertime and flooding in the spring, after a harsh winter. So they've been through a lot.
Something that you'll never forget, that's for sure. I remember a couple of days prior to the big event, there was some evacuation of some areas. The fire was on the other side of the river at that time. And even that morning, I remember the fire chief saying, blast on the radio, just look out because this thing's going to explode today. They didn't know exactly what that meant, but they knew it was going to explode. And then the day of the fire, it was around noon. I was having lunch with my wife, or shortly before noon, and she met me down here for lunch, and we left, and we had word that the fire had crossed the river at that point. I think the next day or 2 days later, we did finally get word that the clubhouse was down and different things. We didn't quite know the status of the golf course at that point, but the clubhouse was down. They knew there was a fire up at the shop.
Yeah, our club's been through an absolute war. Last spring, we had massive flooding from the river breaks where there's ice chunks that are the size of pickup trucks flowing on 300, 400 yards onto the middle of the golf course.
The flood itself is something that I'd never seen before up here. We never expected to see what we saw. Like, this was something that I've never witnessed before. As far as our breakup season has gone, it's come up high before, up to the top of the banks, but not like this. This is totally unexpected. Even the clubhouse, like, we had water up to the back end of the clubhouse.
It's crazy when you look at the pictures from 2020 and the course was fully underwater, and then we show up for the tournament and it was pretty perfect. The cut was plus 21. I think that's got to be one of the highest cuts in a Canadian Mid-Am ever.
Brad Fritsch, there was some Twitter feeds going on the other day about it after they were seeing the scores, and he made a comment, and I think sums it up perfectly. He's never been so claustrophobic on a golf course in his life. The tree lines are so dense here, and pretty much on every tee, if you hit one into the tree line, you're not finding your ball, which is, it's tough to go around a golf course and know you have to hit every tee ball perfect.
It's different than anywhere I've ever played because it puts such a heavy emphasis on full swing golf shots. If you miss big ever in the round, you're in your pocket, and it's not even a question. You don't even look for balls in these woods. It's just, if you see it disappear, you grab another ball and you're playing. That's your ball. There's no such thing as a provisional at Fort Mac. It's such a cool spot to have the Canadian Mid-Am. I think, everyone that showed up to that tournament was exposed to a part of Canada that they might not go to otherwise. And that's what made it special for me.
I mean, this town, from what I've seen, even how resilient they are and how people move back, all willing to help and build the place back, is quite unbelievable.
We've been through a lot. We're ready. We're ready for the future. The clubhouse is back. The course is put back together. Barring no other major environmental events, we're set up for success going forward.